Welcome to Hidden Empires, the channel that uncovers the untold stories of self-made billionaires. From toy sellers to tech visionaries, from forgotten failures to global empires, we reveal the strategies, risks, and turning points that built fortunes.
The year is 2021 and you're watching the Forbes Real-Time Billionaires list. Jack Ma is back in the know. One spot after briefly losing his top ranking to this man Zhong Shan. Zhong is an unassuming man who built his fortune on bottled water. Some know him as the beverage baron or the waterman. Others call him the eighth wonder of China. But what makes him so special? Let's find out. Born in 1954 in Hangzhou, China, Zhong Shan grew up during one of the most turbulent eras in modern Chinese history. His schooling was interrupted by the Cultural Revolution, and by the time he was a teenager, he was working on construction sites just to make ends meet. But Zhong wasn't the kind of man to settle into a single trade. Over the years, he cycled through a dizzying array of jobs: bricklayer, carpenter, reporter, mushroom farmer, each teaching him something about markets, people, and persistence. In the early 1990s, Zhong entered the beverage industry selling nutritional supplements. At first, things looked promising, but soon the market was swamped with cheap, low-quality knockoffs. His supplement business nearly collapsed, and he faced the same question that crushes many entrepreneurs: pivot or perish. It was then that Zhong had an epiphany. He realized that while everyone needed and drank water, there was little choice in the market. Most Chinese people bought whatever water was available, often boiled and never in sealed bottles. That's when Zhong turned to bottled water. He took the nascent trend of middle-class consumers seeking safe, packaged drinking water and made a contrarian bet. While competitors sold distilled, tasteless water, Zhong insisted his water retained natural minerals and flavor, branding it as healthier and more refreshing. He also invested heavily in bold, instantly recognizable red and white packaging. This unconventional approach paid off. Nongfu became a household name in China, known not just for water but also for teas, fruit juices, and other beverages. At the same time, Zhong kept a tight grip on the company. He resisted expansion into pricey bottled tea until he could control quality across the country. He even turned down a lucrative offer from Coca-Cola to bottle Dasani, saying he didn't want to be a distributor for any foreign brands. This focus on staying in his lane helped him sidestep many of the pitfalls that have ensnared China's biggest entrepreneurs. Despite his huge success, Zhong has managed to stay out of the political limelight. He has never been a member of the Chinese Communist Party and has cultivated an image of being apolitical. This has allowed him to expand his business empire with few obstacles. In 1996, Zhong founded Nongfu Spring, his biggest and most successful venture. In 2004, he established the Beijing-based pharmaceutical company Wantai Biological Pharmacy, which specializes in vaccines and COVID-19 testing products. Both companies are now publicly traded, and while Zhong controls only about 25% of Nongfu, his stake is enough to make him worth over $28 billion. He also controls Wantai, which recently went public in Shenzhen. Its shares are up more than 300% since the initial public offering. Zhong also holds a number of smaller investments, including stakes in banks and chemical companies. Despite his incredible success, Zhong remains remarkably humble. He drives an ordinary car, wears inexpensive clothes, and doesn't own a mobile phone. He's also a notorious workaholic. People close to him say he sleeps only 4 hours a night and spends the rest of his time either working or thinking about work. In 2021, Zhong briefly overtook both Jack Ma and Pony Ma to become China's richest man, with a fortune in the tens of billions. What's remarkable is that he did it without political office, tech unicorns, or real estate, just relentless market sensing and brand discipline. Now, do you remember the moral of the story we discussed in the last episode? Walk away from what's no longer working. Your greatest success might come from spotting a small but growing shift and owning it completely. Flexibility can be a greater asset than loyalty to a dying idea. Zhong Shan personifies this principle. He didn't allow his attachment to his previous ventures to cloud his judgment. Instead, he recognized the writing on the wall and pivoted. This move not only saved his career, but also led him to create one of the most successful beverage companies in the world. We live in a world where everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but few are willing to walk the path. They shy away from failure, clinging to ideas that no longer serve them. But true success comes to those who, like Zhong Shan, are willing to embrace change, who have the courage to walk away from what's not working and dive headfirst into new opportunities. So remember, flexibility is not a weakness, but a strength. It's the key to unlocking your true potential. Don't be afraid to make bold moves.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe, like, and comment so others might find and enjoy these videos. Go to description below for more resources and information. Thanks for your time.